We rely very heavily on what many refer to as the voice of the customer. We think their feedback is just as important to ensure that we understand customer needs for two reasons. One, folks on the front line are interacting with our customers, so they have that first-hand knowledge and experience with the customer. And then another point which folks often forget, our employees are customers as well, so they obviously have some insight as to what value-added the best customer experience possibly can be. In regards to our employees, yes, we do have moment of truth. We do have after-call surveys. So again, it's a number of instruments that we use, but it's all about hearing the voice of the customer and having enough feedback so we truly can capture those lessons learned so we can be better. Well, what's happening right now in our industry, customers are not looking at us as a utility. They see us as a service provider, like many other service providers out there, the Googles, the Amazons, many of the folks that we just take for granted. And sometimes we take for granted and assume that we're going to have the same quality of service that we receive from those high-level service providers. We expect that from all our service providers. And what we're seeing now, our customers are expecting that same level of attention, that same level of unique service delivered to them as many other service providers provide. So there's a transition. You know, I like to tell the story. I've been here at PSE&G for over 30 years. When I first came into the utility industry, nobody talked about customers. Everybody talked about meters. How many meters do you have? And then a few years after that, we at least start recognizing that there was someone behind the meter, so we start talking about ratepayers. And then from ratepayers, we start to understand that there really is a business transaction occurring here, and then we finally started talking about customers. But now we're getting beyond just the concept of customer, but we're really starting to talk about a partner, a customer, a consumer advocate, someone that we're not just providing services to, but someone that we're interacting with who will advocate for us so we can be a better service provider, and we will advocate for them to ensure that they're receiving the high quality service, the value-added services that they want and need. So we're coming more into a partnership. That's the transition I've seen, and kind of excited where the industry is headed. If you consider the journey that we've been on here at PSE&G, it's been rather interesting. In 2009, that's when we launched our first web portal for customers to interact with us on the web, 2009. The following year, we went to natural voice IVR, you know, in our call centers. And in 2012, we automated some of our post-call surveys, some of our customer listening posts. In 2013, 2014, 2015, we began to do things via text and more digital interaction. So if you kind of look at the path that we have been on from, say, over the past 10 years or so, we certainly have seen more of a digital presence. Now, what's happening going forward? It's not going to be a 2009 to 2018 journey. It's going to be a shorter period of time, and a lot of things are going to happen. You know, you're going to hear more about chat. You're going to hear, you know, more about, you know, our mobile app, and also interacting with technology that's becoming part of our everyday life, like the Alexas and the Google devices that are out there. And I think as you see that migration, you're going to see not only PSE&G, but I think you're going to see many industries, you know, really embrace, you know, AI behind those front-end interfaces, but do it in a way, and this is what's critically important, do it in a way where the customer still has a choice as to how we will interact with that customer. It's really segment of one. So for some customers, it may be an AI experience. For other customers, it may still be someone walking into a customer service center because that's their preferred way of interaction. For some customers, it may still be an interaction over the phone. For some customers, it's going to be a live chat, you know, experience. You know, so I think you're going to see all different sorts of technology and you know, incorporated into the way we do business, but doing it in a way that it's truly transparent to the customer. You know, I mentioned earlier when we talk about how do we measure, you know, customer satisfaction, one of the first questions you asked, I had mentioned that it's important that we also solicit feedback from our employees, the ones who are truly on the front line interacting with our customers. You know, and one thing I tell the folks that work in my organization all the time is the interaction that you are having with customers, with a customer. You may only have that customer for a few moments, and whether it's a direct interaction, face to face, or over the phone, or if you're standing on that customer's doorstep, as a service tech, or if you're reading a meter, you're interacting with folks, and in that moment, those few moments when you're interacting with that person, you have the opportunity to have a positive impact on their lives. We don't know what they're going to deal with or what they dealt with before we got there. We don't know what that customer has to deal with after we leave. But while we are there, we have the opportunity to positively impact their lives. And if I think our employees, take that to heart, they will truly recognize that they have the opportunity to truly be a positive, influence on the world. And I'm not overstating that. We got 6 million folks here in New Jersey, families, businesses that rely upon us. And by the way, sometimes, those folks may not necessarily, want to interact with us, because sometimes folks think that, a public utility, I shouldn't see it, it just should work. So when they do interact with us, when they do call us, it usually often starts with a negative. There's an outage, there's a problem. So again, we have the opportunity to take that negative and make it a positive. And we really encourage our employees to see that they can be, such a positive force in the lives of so many people. Well, no, right now we're on a journey, and live chat will be part of that journey. Many of the things we talk about will be part of that journey. Right now, I would say our biggest focus right now is truly enhancing and revitalizing our digital presence. This month we will be rolling out a new web presence, and that's going to include a new web portal. We want that to be state-of-the-art. If you think about the ways that customers interact with us, how they may transact, business via their account, how they may report problems such as outages, we're revamping all of that, and we want that to be the best experience possible. We want to be able to proactively provide customers with the information that we know that they want and need. So I think what you will see is us really taking a very, very, very strong, having a very strong presence in the digital realm, and really trying to become very state-of-the-art in the digital realm. I mean, that's truly our focus right now. It's a roadmap. I mean, all these things have to happen. You'll see us rolling out, an app. You'll see us rolling out chat. You'll see us, exploring AI. You're going to see all these things. And the great thing about this, who knows what we're going to be talking about a year from now, but whatever it is, it's something that we're going to have to talk about. And if it's of value added to our customers, it's something that's going to have to be part of that journey.